Welcome to our BizzyWebinar. This is Dave Meyer at BizzyWeb. Delighted to have you here for vertical markets, how to find your market and market to them. It is June 1st, 2016, and we're delighted to have you here again. Here's how to get a hold of us if you'd like to ask us questions during the event. And I'm also going to share with you a way to ask questions live inside of the Google Hangout. So if you're watching this embedded in the screen, I'll give you more details in a moment. But if you're feeling shy and just want to send us an email, or if you'd like the PowerPoint notes from today, I can email those to you if you send me an email at dave@bizzyweb.com. Or if you're having problems with this event or have other questions, you can dial us at 612-4BizzyO, 612-424-9990. We're going to talk through a bunch of things today, and I'll get through the agenda in just a moment, but did want to offer up the opportunity for you to ask those questions. And so I'm going to switch over to the screen here. And if you click on the event today, you're probably watching the video live right here, but you can also watch the video live and ask questions by clicking on the Google Plus link under number 1 on the screen. So if you click on that where I've highlighted right now, I'm going to click that, and what's going to happen is a new page is going to open up, and then you'll see that it says Q&A and live. If you're watching this after the event is over, and again, this is noon Central every Wednesday, but if you're watching this after the event is over, it's just going to say Q&A, but you can click the play button, and that's going to open up a new screen. I am going to click pause right now so that you don't have to hear me twice. And then in the lower right-hand corner of the new screen, you can click Ask a New Question. And then if you click that Ask a New Question, you can ask a question here. And so if you do have those questions, we'd love to connect with you on those, but that's how to ask questions live during the event. Or of course, you can just send me an email at dave@bizzyweb.com. That's if we miss you on the questions, or if you'd like me to answer you after. I don't check my emails during the event because it gets too complicated, but we do check these live during the event. So let's get right in. And again, you can send a note to dave@bizzyweb.com, and we'd love to help you out. Here's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to go through just a teeny weeny bit about BizzyWeb, and then we're going to get right into vertical marketing, how to spot your vertical market, what vertical marketing is and what it does, how to identify your target markets, how to connect with those markets, and then how to follow up with those markets. We're also going to talk a little bit about A/B testing and freebies and value ads. We're going to take a side note or a side tour into Facebook's advertising tool to help show you how you can use Facebook to determine the size of your relative markets. So if you're interested in any of that, stay tuned, and we're going to get right to it in a moment. First, let's go through just a little bit about BizzyWeb, who we are and what we do. We, of course, are a digital marketing agency based in Champlin, Minnesota. That's a suburb of Minneapolis, just about 15 minutes out of downtown. And we'd love to have you stop by if you happen to be in the neighborhood. Just look us up at bizzyweb.com for details and information about our hive. We are a digital marketing agency, and that means that we do 2 main things. First, we do web design, and that web design is really intended as the foundation of everything that we do. When you publish to a BizzyWeb-powered website, your website will automatically publish to all of your social media markets, including Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, Tumblr, and more. You can use that then as the lever for the rest of your digital marketing, and we offer outsourced marketing services to our clients. So instead of hiring a person on staff, you hire an entire team at BizzyWeb to help you with search engine optimization, email marketing, content writing, pay-per-click advertising, social media marketing, and much more. We build a custom strategy for our clients, and that winds up to be less than one person's worth of information, or one person's worth of commitment, or less than $3,000 a month starting. So if you're interested in any of that, we'd love to talk to you. And that's where we get to all of this fun stuff, like for today, vertical marketing. Let's talk about how vertical marketing can work for you. First, you need to target your market. And so a vertical market is a market that includes all of the different kinds of people that are most closely related to your business and to what you're trying to do. These are your best customers. Those who are most likely to buy from you. And the more specific your market is, the better off you're going to be. Now, verticals tend to be similar types of companies and markets, and the vertical term comes from the likelihood of going up market or down market from your intended target. We're going to talk mostly today about how to find that target, because it's pretty easy to either go larger or smaller or ancillary services inside of your targets. But we're going to focus on finding that defined group. If, for example, you are an attorney or a CPA, you're going to have much better luck, especially when you look at your marketing, if you can be very specific in who you are targeting. I have a good friend in marketing who only works with the debt collection agency industry. And he does fantastic because he can be laser focused on who he's trying to reach. His content is much more useful to those people because he doesn't have to write about every single type of marketing. And his advertising rates are much, much cheaper because he's only advertising against the few thousand people in the country that are in the debt collection world versus the hundreds of millions of people that are available in the US, period. The key here is you can't confuse your users with your buyers. You have to think about who is actually going to make the purchase decision for your product or service. And so if you have a company and you serve specific types of people, the purchaser of your content, the person that makes the purchasing decision, that might be the business owner, it might be the controller, it might be the office manager. Those are the folks who you need to target in order to reach and get to a decision point. You want to look for places where you can be unique and that you can connect with directly. Low competition and very specific segments will help you build that connection. So in Google AdWords, in the Google Ad tool, and I'll look at that in a little bit for you, you can look at things that have, or keywords that have high volume but low competition. Those are the things that you want to look at. That indicates that there's a lot of interest, but not a lot of competition for what you're trying to do. Obviously, your money is going to go much further if you can do it that way. How to identify those targets? Well, let's first look internal and grade the customers that you already have. So look at the types of customers that you have. Look at the ones that you would hire again or work with again in a heartbeat if you had the opportunity. Or if you had one specific customer and you could clone that customer, if it would make a world of difference to your business, that's a big indicator that that's the type of customer that you should continue to target. You may, especially when you're a very small organization or you're just getting started, you may need to let the market speak to you and take jobs that come in and then go with the ones that you enjoy most or that have been most profitable or most simple or easy. You'll find out right away the kinds of clients that are high input and high demand and kind of high on the PITA index, or pain in the butt, as it may be. Those are probably not folks that you want to focus on. You're going to want to focus on the ones that have, in general, more money than time, who need your product or service desperately, and who are willing to invest in your market or in your service. You do need to focus on what you do for those markets. The idea of, if you sell drill bits, you don't really sell drill bits. What you actually sell is holes. And so you need to focus on the hole that you fill for your clients. So look at what they do, what you provide for them, and then make sure that your marketing speaks to what you do. Having a website that says that you've been in business for 15 years or that you're a devout fan of kittens does not necessarily endear you to your market. What you want to do is isolate the things that your clients are most concerned with, highlight that you can fix those problems or answer their concerns or be the solution, and show them how. So When you look at this, how much do those folks know about your product or service? How do they tend to shop for you? What do they like about you? And what are those big things that are going to get them to take the next step? In marketing, you need to be concerned with calls to action, or the actual next step that you're asking people to take. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit with our A/B testing and how that might work, because that's an easy way to tease out what the actual content that's going to work for you and your business actually is. Here's some steps to identifying who to target. First, for those best clients, you're going to create personas, or generalized personality descriptions. If you send me a note and would like a copy of a sample marketing persona template, I can certainly ship that to you. Again, you're just going to get a hold of us at dave@BizzyWeb.com. You can research your market size to verify viability, and then we're going to talk about how to do that testing. The market size, you can either do that through your local business center, the James J. Hill Library in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area is a business library that includes all kinds of helpful demographic information. Your local trade associations probably have a number of, or have a bunch of information that you can use to target your market. What you need to think about are not only the people that you're trying to reach, but where they shop, what they do, what their hobbies are, what they're most likely to respond to. I have a wonderful client who is a CPA, but their clients happen to be entrepreneurs, and a good chunk of their client base are also very interested in extreme sports. These are kind of the risk-taking folks that are always up for something new and exciting. And so their website, even though it's a CPA firm, features rock climbing and trust falls and tree climbing and trusts and kind of team building exercises that their team has done, because that's the kind of personality, the persona that they're targeting. That has worked out very well for them, and they're seeing more and more of that type of person because that's who they're talking to. More detail on personas. Identify the personality traits of your intended audience. So you're going to take your 3 or 4 best markets, your 3 or 4 best customers, and you're going to anonymize them. It's Mary Smith or Bob Jones or whatever, but identify what that prototypical person is most interested in. What do they like, dislike? Where do they live? What do they do? Do they have kids? Do they have hobbies? Are they into extreme sports? Are they more likely to read or to be members of Book of the Month Club? What do they do? What makes them tick? Outline the kinds of websites that they'd be likely to visit, what type of searches they're going to search for in order to find you specifically, but just in general. And then you want to fictionalize that. Take the average of your 3 best clients in your market and outline that person. When you do that, what you can simply and easily do is highlight what people do, what they're interested in, what they know. And if you refer to that as you're writing content for you and your business, that makes it much, much easier to reach out and to write for that person. So the idea is really to talk to your audience. So when you're talking to your audience, if you're looking for your ideal person, you need to survey your clients. Ask them what they are interested in, what they do, what they like, what they see, what a typical search day is for them, what they're most interested in. Give them ranges of things that they're looking at. You can also get some handy information through your insights on LinkedIn and on Facebook that'll tell people, or that'll tell you, who your current followers on social media are. Now, again, these might be different people than who you're actually trying to reach. If, for example, at BizzyWeb, we are trying to reach business owners, tends that a lot of the line level marketing folks follow us and connect with us because we give helpful tips on how to get your job done. Well, business owners don't always look at that. What we're trying to target is a mix between the business owner and the line level person. So what we do and what we build is kind of a generic persona. And so you get a generic picture of that person, their goals, their personality traits, their keywords, and again, a call to action that's going to help them take the next step with you. That might be register for our newsletter. It might be download a white paper to find out helpful information. It might be click for more information on a infographic. It might be schedule a consultation. BizzyWeb has buzz reports that we do that outline the details and the content that you need to be concerned with if you want to improve your marketing. And so building toward that is going to be very easy. So identifying that target persona, reviewing their characteristics, their motivations, what they need, why they care, how they're going to search for you is all very important. And then in connecting, you're going to identify what they need and then build your marketing. Your website should describe their problem and how you help solve their problem. Your email will stay in touch after they connect with you, and you're going to keep deepening relationships. So you're going to come up with an entire suite, an entire list of helpful articles, interesting stuff. Your Q&As on your website is probably a great place to start with all of this content because, again, that goes right to what people are already asking you. Your social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Pinterest, whatever, is where you're going to share stories on how you can help. And again, all of these probably work together because your website drives your social, your email picks up on your website, and everything works together. So when you build this, you're going to use defined calls to action on every single page, every single post. If you're writing a post in social media and you don't tell people what to do next, you're missing an opportunity to connect with them in your marketing. So make sure that you have at least a click here for more, subscribe for our email marketing, send us a text message. At the end of this event, you're going to get a handy update from us on how to stay in touch. All of that is going to be important in growing your customer base and connecting with them where it matters most. You're going to get contacts, you're going to get forms, you're going to get the content and the information that you need in order to continue marketing. Here's the funnest part, especially about email marketing. You can tell who is clicking on what. So for example, if we have a special offer that we're making available to our clients, we know exactly who has clicked on those articles for more information, and then we can send another note to them or reach out directly to answer any questions that they might have. Filter leads by quality and connect with those appropriately. You'll know who your people are, especially if you do a little bit of research on them, and you'll be able to know, okay, this is an A-level client or prospect, and so you want to treat them with kid gloves and get right on the connection with them. Or if it's someone that subscribes to every one of your notes but doesn't tend to have budget or isn't ready to buy right now, well, then you just want to keep working with them and give them enough opportunity to stay involved and interested until they become a hot lead for you and your business. Again, you need to use the right tools. And so we're going to get into a little bit more detail now, but your website is where you put all of your posts. That's content that's going to show up and get you relevant inside of Google search results. The more you have as far as relevant content toward what people are searching for, the more you're going to show up. SEO, or search engine optimization, by and large is not rocket science. What you need to have is relevant content on your website that includes the same keywords that people are searching for. That's it, and that's all that it is. You know, pay-per-click rates and content and link back strategies and all of that is all long tail strategy. The big thing is just having content that will get you found. On Facebook, you can do general posts and deals and updates. You can run promotions right through Facebook via the self-promotion tool where you just go in and promote posts or content. And I'm going to demo that for you in a moment. Or you can use a tool like Constant Contact, which has a built-in promotional tool built into it that links in with Facebook. With LinkedIn, you want to have business-to-business content and thought leadership. With Google+, it's search engine optimization content. This is only stuff that's going to help you get found on Google. And Twitter, you're going to offer short updates, headlines, and tips. The key with all of this content is that if you're going to be participating in social networking or email marketing or your website and being a marketer, you have to be consistent. You don't have to publish 3 things every day, although for some folks it makes sense to do so. You do have to update, I'd say, at least once a week. So dedicate to start at least a half hour once a week. Ideally, put this out via your website so that you're reaching out and connecting with exactly the right people and you're doing a broad connection base, and having your website post on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, and more. But using those correct tools can bridge and continue to publish your content, your notices, your information in a way that's helpful to the people that matter most. So let's take a brief side note here. I'm going to go over and just make sure that we don't have any questions. Again, if you do have questions, the way to get to those questions is from our event. You're just going to click on number 1 under this page. Let me go back here. You're going to click on number 1 from the event where it says view it on Google+. So if you click on this link, and as long as you're in and connected with us, you can connect on Google+, and then you can ask a question right from this page by clicking on the big green button. So connect up with that, and we'd love to hear your questions. Again, you're also welcome to just send a note in to me at dave@bizzyweb.com. We'd love to help, but we won't be able to answer those questions live during the event. So again, let's get back to business for you, and let's talk through a little bit about Facebook demographics. So here we go. Facebook lets you focus specifically on your clients. Now, if you have a Facebook page, and congratulations if you do, you'll probably notice when you're logged in as an admin on your page, every single post that you make on your Facebook page offers you the ability to click boost to boost your post. Well, that's great and it's semi-helpful, but the real way to find out a lot of information on your clients and to start to identify who your vertical market might be is to use the promote tool in the upper right-hand corner of your Facebook page as outlined in red. So you're going to click on promote, and then you've got a bunch of drop downs here. You're going to want to go to Ads Manager. All of this data is free. You don't have to enter in a credit card. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to advertise with Facebook in order to get this information. But you can look at what you already have as far as client base through insights. And insights, again, is just in a little drop down up at the top here. So I can show you that in a moment. But if you click on promote and then go to the Ads Manager, that will let you focus on the right kinds of clients. So when you use the Ads Manager, you can boost posts. And again, going for likes or page likes is not nearly as much, is not nearly as effective as boosting specific content and information. So in page post engagement at BizzyWeb, I'm going to pick a specific article, and then I can drill down by interest, geography, role, by company size, and I can find all of that information inside of the post boosting tool. And again, this is not generally available, or all of these options aren't available if you just click the boost post button inside of Facebook. It does all of that stuff automatically for you if you just click the boost post, and they do that to make it as easy as possible to spend money with Facebook. If you want more information and if you want to be much more specific with your targeting and to get an idea of that audience size, you're going to use the boost post or the page manager, the ads manager, and then start to drill down. So I can go by age, gender, languages, industries, life events. This is especially handy for realtors or attorneys where they can focus on folks that have just changed relationship status from single to married or married to not married, or it's complicated. And you can reach out to people that are in a lifestyle change or adjustment. You can likewise focus on people that have just moved or that are about to move. And you can also go by interests. And interests are wide and varied. They could be gardening, it could be auto mechanics, it could be extreme sports or water sports or snow sports, what have you. There's all kinds of things that you can drill down into, and then you can see how big of a market you're about to reach. So for example, in this one, I've got United States, Minneapolis, Minnesota, people interested in promotion and marketing that have 10 to 49 employees, 50 to 99 employees, and 100 to 499 employees. So basically all sizes and ages 18 to 65 plus. My potential reach in this case, again, it's mostly people that are interested in promotion and marketing in the Minneapolis area, is 12,000 people. I might widen that out to the Midwest and see what happens there, or I might narrow down and say I only want companies that are in the 10 to 49 employee range because that's my sweet spot. That's my vertical market. I might also specifically go to the construction trade industry, or I might just work with electricians, or I might just work with debt collection agencies, for example. Those kinds of agencies and corporations are going to give you much more bang for your buck. And if you're trying to reach 500 people, a spend of $50 is going to go a lot further than if you're trying to reach 50,000. This is obvious stuff, but again, it makes a lot of sense. From there, you can simply go into testing. So in Google Ads, and I'm not going to go into all of the details on this, and as well in Constant Contact, you can modify your marketing and see what works best. In general, what A/B testing means is you're going to do an A version and a B version. You want to keep as many things as similar as possible and only change one specific thing. It might be a subject line, it might be a title, it might be the content, it might be the call to action. Split up your list into two different versions or two different random groups, and then see what happens. So you're going to offer them a landing page. Tim Ferriss famously did this when he came up with the name for the 4-Hour Workweek, his best-selling book. He had 12 different names that he was focusing on, and he ran A/B tests for all of the names. The one that had dramatically the most click-through rate or the most interest was the 4-Hour Workweek. And so he dialed that in, got it all set up, and came up with the title, and it was a bestseller. So that's a great way to specialize and to identify what parts of your marketing are working. But you can't change everything. You can't have two completely different messages sent out to random folks and expect any result. You can try to do too much, and you cannot boil the ocean. You have to try one small iteration over another. And a lot of companies have done a lot of research on this. In particular, Constant Contact has done a number of things at blog.constantcontact.com. And they have a tremendous trove of information that outlines what normal click-through rates are for specific audiences in different vertical markets, what you can expect for marketing, the types of content that's best, the times of day that you can best get results for specific types of audiences. All of that stuff is readily and freely available to you. So look at that and connect with those folks to get your best result. From there, you need to take the next step and offer them something to take action on. So this is probably going to be part of your A/B testing, but you want to offer some sort of an incentive to get people to click, to connect, to call, perhaps ideally to buy, and give them something that's going to get them motivated enough to take that next step. You need to give people a specific call to action in order to get them to take that step, but you need to offer something of value. Now, it could be a white paper, a free trial, a sample of something, a drawing for like a prize. And then what you do when you get that information is you use that information to connect with the people that are interested in you, your business, and are part of that vertical market. From there, you can set up email auto response campaigns to send them out a series of 3 or 4 emails designed to continue to deepen the relationship so that by the time they reach out to you, they are already a warm lead or perhaps even a hot lead, instead of just cold calling them from the middle of nowhere. So the more you can connect, the more you can help, the more you can engage with people at the proper level, the more successful your marketing is going to be. I'm going to step by for just a second and I'm going to go back over. Doesn't look like we have any questions here, so I want to take this moment and just preview or re-demo this. You can hit the promote button in the upper right-hand corner and then go to Ads Manager, as I mentioned before. From the Ads Manager, you're going to get a lot of different content and options. And you want to choose a consideration. So if you want to increase conversions on your website, app, or get people to claim an offer, that would be fun. If you want to find potential customers for your business, sending people to your site, raising attendance, getting video views, collecting leads for your business, that might be fun. So we'll click on that. You want to choose your page, BizzyWeb, or of course, I manage a bunch of pages for clients. So if I go like this, click on BizzyWeb and see what's happening. Oh, you're going to have to agree to a terms of service. Looks like they updated things since I did this last. And then you can go into advanced options. So I'm going to continue this. Oh, this is just the payment stuff. And so inside of here now, you can target ads to people who already know your business, and you can create custom audiences through a customer list, website traffic, engagement on Facebook, what have you. So if I wanted to update a customer list, if I wanted to go through website traffic, I can track things through a Facebook pixel. There's a lot of really in-depth and cool stuff that you can do with this kind of content. Now, I'm not going to create a custom audience right now, but if I wanted to go to Champlin, Minnesota, which is where BizzyWeb is located, plus 50 miles, takes me pretty much throughout the entire metro area. Now I can go into specific languages, and then I can get into specific targeting. And this is where things get really cool. I can go to demographics. I can only go to people that have some college or are college grads. And my number right there went from 1.4 million down to, by clicking college grads, I can see it went down to 670,000. And as I highlight over these, it's actually going to tell me more detail on here. So it'll say, this is what my options are. 1.2 million people have that many things. So I'm just hovering over these, and it gives you at a glance people that are in college, people that are in grad school, high school, master's degree. So associate degree or college grads. Now I can add more. And I can go into more demographics, and I can go into if these people are parents. And I want to get all parents. And then if I go all parents, I'll get, so there's 6 million people that are new parents, 7 toddlers, 12 parents with preschoolers. I can drill through all of those. I can go to moms. I can go to politics, work relationships, the employers, and I can search by employers. So if I'm trying to reach a specific company, for example, U.S. Bank, client and partner of ours, we can reach out, and I've just reached out to 463 people, or 44,000 people inside of the entire bank network. So I can reach out to specific companies inside of my advertising. Now, if I wanted to add more, I just go back to demographics again, and I can go into behaviors, work, politics, parents, life events, life events of anniversary within 30 days. If they're away from family or hometown, friends of, newly engaged, anniversary with 30 days. Depending on your customer and your business, you can specifically reach the exact people that you're trying to connect with. So if you have a wedding company or a wedding event company, hitting people that have friends with an anniversary or newly engaged or newlyweds is going to give you a very tight demographic that you can market to. Long distance relationships, new jobs, new relationships, newly engaged, newlywed, all of those folks you can reach. So very, very amazing kind of content. So people that are into the automotive field, if they're into motorcycles or owners of specific makes or models or vehicles or vehicle ages. So, older cars, right? All that kind of content you can reach out and specifically market to. This is incredibly powerful information. And then I'm drilling down and I can get into folks that are doing charitable donations. And I've expanded my reach now to 840,000 people that include at least one of the following. And then I can go through again, and I can also exclude people or narrow my audience that must also match at least one of the following. So for example, if I go into more categories, affinity for high value goods, nail care. So people that are into fast food and family movies. So that's kind of weird stuff, but I've now narrowed my market down to 230,000. Now, if I localize this and do more, connection type, Facebook pages, people who like my page, friends of people who like my page, or excluding people that like my page. If I add a page, BizzyWeb, now I'm down to 1,400. So simple. So I'm looking at people that are interested in family movies, that like fast food, that work at US Bank, that are college grads or have an associate degree, that like charitable donations, all people 18 to 65 within 50 miles of my office. So very powerful stuff. That's how you identify and outline a specific demographic. Now, I'm going to cancel out of this and go back to regular Facebook, because the other thing that I want to share is how you can use your insights on your existing pages to identify who's already using and enjoying your content. So as I look at my pages, I can see the people that are interested in my business. So right now, people that like my page, about 16% are women ages 35 to 44. 17% of that same age range are men. 45 to 54, 11%. 57 folks are in Minneapolis and all over the place, so I can kind of see what's happening and what's going on inside of my demographics. I can scroll down and see more on who's liking all of my content, but people that I've reached is slightly different. So I've got my fans versus people reached. And of course, your people reached is always going to be slightly larger than your fans, because people might click and engage with your content. And so 20% are seeing that content because their friends might have interacted with my content. So I can also see local and what's happening locally here. And this will tell me the different time frames that are most hot inside of BizzyWeb. So most people nearby happen to be women, 25 to 34. The busiest time is 1 to 2 p.m. And Thursday is the busiest day of the week near my location. You can see how this would be very helpful to retail folks to reach out and to find out when they want to reach. I may decide that I want to promote specific items during those hot times to take most advantage of what's happening. Here's when people tend to check in nearby. And so between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. really is probably our best options. And the two big times, or the two biggest times, seem to be around lunch hour and then around again at the end of the day. And then demographics again, 25 to 34 or 35 to 44. And I can break it down by age, by gender, by home location, and by age and gender. So incredibly helpful content and information depending on what you're trying to do. So that's really what you can see and what you can do with business demographics on Facebook. I'll take us one step further, and I'm going to go to linkedin.com/company/BizzyWeb to show you some insights that you can get from your company page on LinkedIn. If you click analytics, again, I can see who's visiting my LinkedIn page. Most of my follower demographics. So they tend to be 27% of the folks that are on my page tend to be senior folks. There's also entry level, but then owner, CXO, the C-suite, and then how many people are following, how many people visit, the visitor demographics. So again, entry level tend to be the most folks that visit. Owners and senior level are the folks that are most likely to follow. So I can see who I'm reaching and then the types of content that they're most interested in. So I can go into industry as well. Marketing is the biggest industry. Information technology, management consulting, no big surprise there. The company size, 1 to 10, 11 to 50, and over 5,000. I can go into function, entrepreneurs, media and communications, marketing, sales, and business development, and the type of employee. So either they're an employee or a non-employee. So non-employee, this is mostly owners. So I can see who's on here, and I can do all of the same stuff inside, or most of the same stuff inside of visitors. So I can see my industry, my company size, and my function. So people that are visiting tend to be in information technology, entrepreneurs, support folks, sales, and business development. Again, no shock that a marketing company is going to have these types of visitor demographics. These are the people that are most interested in the types of things that we do. I'm trying to reach the owners and the decision makers, however, so my marketing should continue to target and analyze those folks and what they are interested in. So hopefully that's a good overview of what you can do and how you can do it. This is a great spot to pause and ask for questions. Again, I don't see any questions right now in the Q&A tool. We have a number of folks that are watching today, so A, thank you for watching, but also B, please do ask those questions. And again, if you want to ask questions, you can simply go into this BizzyWebinar and click on the green Ask a New Question. I'm going to hang on for just a few more moments and go through a few final things while I give you that last chance. Again, you're going to click on that green Ask a New Question button. In summary, don't forget that we can help you with all of this. BizzyWeb features digital marketing services in our Buzz Builders marketing programs to help you with all of this. Our programs are intended to be outsourced marketing for folks that want to hire an entire team for less than the price of a single person. We also do web design, and again, our web designs are designed as the foundation of everything else, and they help you to work smarter, not harder, by letting you publish to Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, and integrate with your email marketing, all with a single click. Remember to stay informed and updated with our BizzyWebinars, and as promised, here's my big call to action for you today. Go to BizzyWeb.com/buzz and fill out a buzz report. Find out what you're doing well as far as the keywords that are most likely to resonate with your clients. You fill in your website address, the keyword that you'd like to be found for, your name and your email, click scan, and you're going to get a report back instantly. It'll take about 45 seconds technically, but it'll include about 17 pages of content, including 2 pages of handy checklists that you can take to your current marketing folks, or use that as the stepping stone to have us help you build and increase your networking and marketing results. One final thing, if you'd like to join our email list and you haven't already joined us, just text BIZZY to 22828 or go to BizzyWeb.com/contact and subscribe right there. Again, I am Dave Meyer at BizzyWeb. One last time for questions, and I don't see any here. So thank you all very much. Here's again how to reach me. You can get me at dave@BizzyWeb.com. or you can call us at any time at 612-424-9990. Again, I'm Dave Meyer with BizzyWeb. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And remember, at BizzyWeb, we help you generate buzz without getting stung. Have a great week.